What's up, guys? Well, it's that time of year yet again. We've got a lot of crap on our hands, as we always do at the end of every year, and I guess I'm here to talk about that crap. And I've got Tiny Todd on this journey with me. We're gonna go through the top 10 worst movies of 2019. This is the final year of the decade, and I do have to say this movie had a lot of great films, or this year had a lot of great films. But it also had a lot of bad films. But honestly, when there was crap, there was crap. But I mean, there wasn't as much. I mean, there was a lot of garbage. But it just seems like we had a lot more great movies than we did bad movies. So that's definitely something to take away from this year. And let's get into the dishonorable mentions. I have 5 dishonorable mentions. And they are listed in the order they were released. There's no ordering here. So the dishonorable mentions I have are Wonder Park, The Hustle, Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, Countdown, and Last Christmas. Those are the dishonorable mentions. Okay, without further ado, we're going to touch on each of these briefly, because I do have reviews for all of them up on my channel. So if you want to get my in-depth thoughts, do check those out. But number 10.
Everything I do for us.
The Intruder, the Dennis Quaid film, which actually I thought could have been pretty good. I think in the trailers Dennis Quaid actually looked good, and he's doing okay in the movie. But basically, it's just a lot of softcore porn, music video things. The plot is ridiculous, really. Dennis Quaid, I mean, there's just a lot of stuff that happens with the story and the plot that's really, really bad. And just unmemorable. There we go. It's unmemorable. And the ending was, like, really cheesy, so yeah, that's my number 10. So number 9.
What do you wear to something like that? You get dressed up?
Are you kidding? What?
We've got The Kitchen, and you know, this movie could have went both ways. It could have been good, could have been bad, and it was bad. It was kind of dull. I think the acting was really good. I mean, out of all these movies I have listed here, this one probably has the best acting. You know, Melissa McCarthy, Tiffany Haddish, Elizabeth Moss, all really good in this movie, but what they're given is really just on the surface stuff. And the movie goes in some of the most uninteresting ways, unexciting ways, and it just goes until you want to go. So there's my number 9. So number 8. You know, a lot of people liked Midway, but for me, this movie was almost unbearable to watch. I thought every scene was just like the last scene. All the action was the same. None of it was exciting to me. The visual effects I thought were pretty bad. I thought the acting was pretty bad. I thought the characters were all over the place. This movie was really not focused at all. And I didn't care about it at all. So moving on to number 7, which might be a surprise to some of you, but for me, it is. So Brightburn is the story of pretty much the anti-Superman. And the way that this movie, it's not really even a story, this movie. It's like a concept. There is no story here. You get hints of what happened and hints of the past, but really the execution in this movie to give any sort of story really is laughable. There is none. And you just kind of have to go with this premise. Some will and some won't. For me, it kind of aggravated me to the point of no end. I just didn't care for it. Did not like this movie. Alright, we are into number 6, which is
The Curse
So you will get these Conjuring movies that come out that are really good. Annabelle Creation, The Conjuring 1, The Conjuring 2. You know, really solid stuff here. But then you get films like Curse of La Llorona. You get films like The Nun. You get films like the first Annabelle. To where they're just trying to get a paycheck here. There's nothing memorable about this movie. The characters were so boring and dull and cliched. The third act was so stupid and dull, and it all took place in an attic mostly, and in this house. It was just really, really ridiculous. The only memorable scene from this movie that I could say that I do remember, which I thought was pretty cool, is the scene outside at I think the pool might have been closed, but something to do with an umbrella and the wind or whatever. I did like that a lot. But other than that, this movie's trash. Number 5 might also be a surprise, but it is.
The world awaits our discovery, my son.
I thought this movie was duller than a box of rocks. This movie bored me to no end. I mean, I honestly watched this movie thinking, oh yeah, Brad Pitt, what's going to happen here? The trailers were actually not too bad. But you watch this movie and, I mean, some people might really like it and have really liked it, but I thought this movie was so dull and boring, and I just couldn't get engaged into it because the movie was like a lifeless sack of crap. You know? The acting, really good. Brad Pitt, really good in the movie. But I think I'd rather go outside and sit on my front porch and watch the traffic go by for 2 hours. That will be more entertaining than sitting down and watching this movie again. So, number 4. A lot of you might have already expected this to make my list, and of course it does. Hellboy is a mess. This movie has a horrible script and really horrible direction. David Harbour is the best thing about this movie. The CGI sucks. The villain was bad. I mean, the third act and all the crap that was going on was laughable. Basically, what happened with Hellboy and his father was just thrown into the movie because they felt like they had to, because the Del Toro movies did it. But really, you don't feel a damn thing here, and it's really, really, really bad. Okay, number 3.
I would have given it back. I swear.
You know, there's not much I could tell you about this movie, The Goldfinch, because I don't remember anything about it. I remember sitting in that theater wanting to bash my head off the wall over and over and over again to hopefully go unconscious so the doctors can take me out and the authorities can take me out and just get me the hell out of this theater, because this movie, talk about duller than a box of rocks. This movie, I've seen Jell-O move faster. This is one of the most boring, uninteresting, crappy, dumb movies that I've seen in my whole life. This movie sucks balls. Excuse my French. Okay, number 2.
That's why they chose us. And they all...
Out of all these films, well, I mean, the next one made me mad too, but this film in particular, I left the theater so mad. Like, the movie, the last, like, 10 minutes of this movie is like, they go off the rails, this thing after thing after thing, and then the movie ends, and what, are they hinting towards the sequel? Like, what's going on here? This is so stupid, I don't care about any of this. This movie, if you have photosensitivities, this movie will screw you up.
I didn't defy every natural law there is just to lose you again.
So Replicas is one of the worst movies that I've seen in my entire life. Yeah. This movie, it like totally derailed. Not that he was even on the rails from the beginning. The CGI sucks in this movie. I think the opening shot, there's like a helicopter that passes across the camera, and I thought that looked like crap. The whole movie looks like crap. This is crappy movie, garbage movie. I'd never recommend this to anybody. So there we go, guys. We made it through. This is my top 10 worst movies of 2019. Holy smokers. That was, whew, some of those movies so stinky. Damn. Oh, God. Yeah. Leave your comments down below. Did you see any of these movies? What are your thoughts about them? Do you agree with me on some of these? Do you disagree with me on some of these? Leave your thoughts down below. Also, you can check out my top 10 best movies of 2019. My video for that is actually up right now, so definitely check that out. Every review for all these movies and more up on this channel now. You could all check those out. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Did I say that already? I think I did. And also, guys, you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. The links to those are in the description of this video. And you can follow me on Instagram at KingOfRises131. Hope you all have a very happy and safe New Year. This is probably the last video I'm going to be doing for the year. So to close this one out, guys, I am very grateful for each and every one of you to watch my videos. However long you've been watching this channel, thank you so much for doing so. And I can't wait to talk to you guys in 2020 about all these movies that are coming out. Good, bad, who knows, but we're going to go on this adventure together. So guys, that's about it for this one. Until next time, over and out.